Mary Flynn, and I'm the author of the trilogy, beginning with The One. The Second Time's a Charm is the second book in the series, and we end with Three Gifts, which is a great Christmas gift as this book ends at Christmas time. The One takes place in the Boone Valley Crucis area, and it's a story about two high school seniors who are old friends, but Kyle has been away for several years, and he reconnects with Chelsea in the mountain community of Snowy Ridge, where Chelsea discovers that Kyle has had several family tragedies and he is floundering in a sea of despair and depression. Chelsea tries to help, and the two of them connect in a way where he can find some comfort. She offers her stability of her family, and Kyle gets into this, and they develop a relationship, and then other things happen during their senior year which are very hard for him to deal with, but they pull through and get through the senior year of high school. And then the one ends at the end of their senior year. Then 5 years later, the story ends with what happens to them later. And before that 5-year later period, The Second Time's a Charm takes place, in which Kyle has visited his aunt, Stacy, who lives at the Outer Banks and runs a restaurant called the Soundside. Stacy is about to turn 40, and she's too much fun for her own good. She's made a lot of mistakes in her life, and she's ready to move on, and she just likes to be happy like everyone else. So she's running the Soundside. She's tried to help Kyle sort of find himself, and in the process, she's hired a chef in all of this. His name is Tyson Garrett. He's 10 years younger than she is, but he is very mature and ready to have a relationship with Stacy. So while she's trying to help Kyle and run her restaurant, Tyson is watching her and deciding that he's ready to make his move when the time is right. And so the story of Second Time's a Charm is Stacy and Tyson's story. Then Three Gifts takes place, as I said, at the end of The One, and it is the true sequel to The One, where they take off after the 5 years, and you find out what happens to them after they finish college and they've gone their separate ways, and later on, here they are. And they're back in the mountains, as you can tell by the cover. This is a picture that was taken by Mimi Williams, somewhere up in the mountains of North Carolina, and the story takes place with what happens after that. I don't want to tell you too much because it would give a lot away, but you need to read all 3 stories to see what happens to Kyle and Chelsea.